You can go from Miami to Nebraska, and make $2,000 to $3,000 off that one load.
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast, man. Today we got my boy Darien Thomas, man. We gonna talk about Expedite shipping, man. What's going on, my boy?
Good, man. Happy to be here.
Man, let us drop some sauce on us today, man. Everybody want to know what you do and how you doing it, bro.
Well, what I do is expedite shipping.
Yes, sir.
So I'm in the transportation industry. So anybody can get into this industry.
Anybody.
Matter of fact, felons, right?
Shit. Okay.
Felons can get into this industry. All it takes is a driver's license.
Okay.
All it takes is, you to buy a Sprinter van, get your insurance, and you could pretty much run up the bag, with the right connections. That's what you got me for.
That's what we got you for.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's an investment looking like to jump in with you? If I wanted to tap in with you, what do I need to tap in with you?
You would need at least $10,000.
Okay.
At least $10,000.
And for that $10,000, what do I get?
You'll get access to my community. You'll also get access to my course,
okay,
where I pretty much break down how to structure your business, how to start your LLC, right? Because you got to be legit out here.
Definitely do.
You got to basically be legit and have your business structured properly.
Yeah.
Basically, build your business credit to where you can leverage that business credit. Whether it's liquidating credit cards.
Okay.
And actually using capital loans and things like that to get started.
Okay, so let's jump into what you do, exactly how you do it. Basically, we paid the $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You teach us a game. Now, as far as making the money, what can we expect to make and how can we generate this bag, just off Sprinter? Because I know about the Sprinter van game.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you so special? Because you here, you know what I mean? You got to this point, so you making a lot of money. So how do I get on your level?
Well, the thing is, in this industry, right? You got to actually have the connections.
Okay.
You can't just go out here and jump in, because when you first get started, you got to get your MC number. You got to get your DOT number. Right? So you can't just go out there and get loads, because brokers, shippers, they're not going to deal with you. They're not going to give you no loads.
Okay.
Right? So you have to actually have a list of dispatchers. I recommend 4 to 5 dispatchers, right? So that way they'll let you use their MC to get those loads.
Oh, wow.
So that way you can actually get on and wait your 6 months. It normally takes 6 months to a year to actually be able to work off your own MC number.
Wow.
So when you get with me, I basically give you all my connections. I give you all my brokers, all my shippers, all my dispatchers, Wow. So it's like a business in a box for the most part.
No, makes sense.
So you ready to go.
That's fire.
So
if I wanted to say, okay, well, take it to a whole nother level and partner with you. I know you said your mentorship, 10,000, but if I wanted to partner with you, what would you charge me to partner with you on that? Be your partner. I'm talking about you got to hold my hands. I got to fly to where you stay at?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
Matter of fact, let's talk about where you from. How was growing up?
I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
Detroit, D-Town we call it, right?
D-Town.
Yep, the D, right? East side of Detroit. I grew up in the projects, pretty much, I ain't had nothing growing up, I pretty much lost my mom at an early age, at 13. I had to get out here on my own,
Right.
I broke up with my dad, had to basically go live with my grandmother. She kicked me out, I couldn't complete high school, so I ended up going to get a GED, but I couldn't complete high school. But I met my wife, right?
Right.
She pretty much turned my life around. I was still in cars, I was in all that, you know what I mean? But she turned my life around and she got me on the right path, Worked at Popeye's Chicken and Biscuits, know?
Yeah.
right after that,
I love Popeye's too.
Yeah, got my general contractor's license. So I'm an actual HVAC contractor also.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So I came from nothing, man.
Yeah.
And, anybody, you could pretty much do the same thing.
So how did you get started in the carrier business or the
the way I got started was I I was already a business owner.
Okay.
So I'm a mechanical contractor. I already got another business. So I was looking for a way that I can actually scale easier without me being able to do all the work, right?
Right.
As well as, my brother-in-law, he had just got out of prison.
Right.
So nobody would hire him.
Damn.
Nobody would give him a chance, right? So I figured, why can't I create something for him, right?
Right.
And that's pretty much what I did. I created this for him, which pretty much put him on, but also gave me some of that passive income. It's also active. I dispatch my guys, loads and things like that, but it's pretty much passive income,
Right. So back to the partnership question. What would you charge me to be your partner? If a person want to, fly to the D and, step by step hold your hand, what would you charge for that? Because I know it ain't just a mentorship fee, but they want you, they damn near about to live in a D with you so they can make money with you. What would you charge them?
$20,000.
$20,000. And you going to take them to the top with you?
For sure. Yep,
All right. All right.
For sure.
So where do you see yourself next year? It's 2025. It's the end of 2025. We got a few months left. What is your goals for 2026 in your business?
Well, to pretty much grow my fleet, as well as grow my fleet to at least 10 cargo vans.
Okay.
Right now I'm at 5, and I want to get to 10 at least. Also, I want to actually get better at my social media, grow my influence on social media. Because I just got on social media. I ain't been on social media. It's been, 3 years,
Damn, 3 years?
Yeah, I ain't been on social media. It's been a while.
You've been focused.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what made you not get on social media that much?
Because, real life, just dealing with business,
Yeah, I get it.
Physical business and not actually, going digital. But I see, digital and social media is, is very influential,
Yeah.
And that's kind of the wave, You got to have some type of social media presence,
For sure.
Nowadays.
Okay. So look, as far as to really get started in the business that you're doing, right? Break down everything for somebody that is just don't know what we talking about, what this is, a MT, the truck, none of what they understand, none of what we got going on. Break down everything that they need to know on how to get into business with you.
Well, one thing they need to know is you got to get your MC number, for one.
What's the MC number for somebody that I don't know?
It's their motor carrier authority. It's their authority, right? Okay. So that basically gives you the authority to do trucking. It's kind of like trucks, right? Trucks need authorities.
Okay.
And this actual authority it's like a social security number for your truck almost. So if you get into an accident, it's going to go on your MC, right? On your MC number. It follows you like a record.
All right.
Also, It tells you like everything about, your truck, your vehicle, how many accidents you done been in, pretty much all that,
Like a VIN almost.
Almost like a VIN.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly. So they need to get that to get started. They need to have commercial insurance for one, right?
Commercial insurance.
Commercial insurance can be expensive. Like one cargo van can cost you about $12,000 to get that actual insurance on that van.
Damn, $12K for insurance?
About $12,000. That's if you pay it in full. So that's what I teach my mentees also, to pay their actual pay their actual insurance policies in full. Don't pay $2,000 a month. Utilize that credit, right? Utilize those credit cards and get the reward points at the same time, right?
Okay.
So pay that $12,000 off your chase, right? You can hit that introductory bonus at the same time. And you could pay it up for the year and save yourself $1,000 a month, essentially, right?
Okay.
So utilize that credit to do that. As well as when you get your cargo van, go ahead and get your credit pulled. It's all about banking relationships.
Right.
I got an actual banker I can call, I can text right now, right? And I can text them like, I'm ready to get a new cargo van, right?
Wow.
I don't got to go into banks for that, because I got that relationship with them, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, send the paperwork in, go pick up your van. You know what I mean? Go choose your van, and it's pretty much as simple as that, right? Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, I teach them to get more than one van off one credit pool, because you got 6 months.
Oh, damn.
Once you send in your financials and everything, your financial statements, your balance sheet, your profit and loss sheets, all that's going to be required, you know, when you're getting vehicles in your business name, you know. But I teach them how to actually be a legit business so they can actually get those funding, you know, and actually get those vans that they need.
So if I'm sitting at home right now, you know, I don't got no money. I'm watching this podcast. I want to jump in this, you know what I mean? How quickly can I get started, you know what I'm saying, as far as making money?
Well, you can get started right away. You know, you can actually get started in your personal vehicle.
Oh, your personal vehicle?
Personal vehicle. All you got to do is jump on an app like, you know, you got Roadie. You got Carry.
Okay.
Right?
Carry.
You don't, you know, those type of apps, you can't have a felony, you know, things like that. But if you got a clean record, you can jump in your van, you can sign up, jump in your personal car and actually go pick up loads just like that, you know, and you can get those loads directly to your phone.
Wow.
You know, it's simple. Like the transportation industry is huge. You know, it's not going nowhere, right? When you driving on the street, what you see? You see trucks, you know, you got Amazon, you got, you
UPS.
know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's going nowhere. So this is an industry that's going to continue to grow constantly, and you can always make money. You know, you can always make money.
So usually on the average, how much do you make per load?
Well, you can make anywhere from $200 to go 20 miles up the street, right?
Yeah.
Up to $2,000 to go 2,000 miles, you know. You can go from Miami to Nebraska, you know, and make $2,000 to $3,000 off that one load. Oh, wow. You know, it's pretty much you traveling all over the U.S., picking up those loads. And it's as simple as that for the most part, you know. The more miles, the higher the lower the actual rate, but the more money you make, right? So you can do a load for 80 cents a mile, right? Going 2,000 miles. So you make more money, essentially, versus you can get a local run for $200. For 200 miles, where you may make $300 for it, you know, at $1.50 per mile. You see, so that's it's kind of, and then I get those loads to my phone, right? So I got dispatchers who pretty much they're dispatching me loads 24/7. You know what I mean? I can make money anywhere. You know, so you don't necessarily got to be the driver. You could be the owner, like me. You know, I'm the owner, but I'm not the operator. You know, so I got drivers who pretty much drive for me, and you know, I pay them well to do what they do. You know,
fire. Yeah. So how many students you have right now in your community?
Well, I just started teaching the actual community. So I'm used to like in person, you know, teaching people in person, you know.
So you got a lot of in person mentees and stuff?
Exactly. So like I said, I just got onto social media, so I'm trying to grow that presence, you know, online. Okay. You know, so so I got pretty much, you know, just a couple online right now.
So how did you get to that point, and how do you operate your business?
Well, I got to the point where I can actually scale my business from having decent credit, right? Having enough capital behind me, right? Because, you know, there's slow days, you know, but drivers, they kind of still want to get paid, you know. I may have to take some of that deadhead, you know what I mean? Deadhead is when you basically driving for free, essentially, right? So you can go to a bad area, like Nebraska. Yeah. No loads coming out of Nebraska. You ain't getting no load out of Nebraska. Yeah. So sometimes you may have to deadhead over to, for instance, Minnesota, you know, to a better area, right? Right. So at that point, as an owner, you know, your driver want to get paid, you know, so you don't want to subtract that from the driver. You want to kind of cover that deadhead. So having that capital behind you. So my drivers, they actually get paid 30%, 35% of the load. You know, and I pretty much keep the rest. So whatever that load is, they get paid 35% of it. You know? Okay. So if the load is 2,000, they get 30% of that. If it's 3,000, they get 30% of that. You know, and also give them bonuses and things like that. That's right. So, I mean, you know, you got to take care of your drivers because they're the one that's doing the work for you. They're the ones that's driving, right? Yeah. So you got to take care of them. But somebody who want to get started on their own and actually run that business, you know, actually drive for themselves, they'll make a lot of money doing it. You know, like you can actually make $5,000 a week, you know, which is pretty good, you know, for ain't no job paying you that, right?
No.
Ain't no job paying you that. So, I mean, that's pretty good to actually be able to get out there and make money pretty quickly, you know, in this industry, you know.
So if somebody wanted to pay you, you know, the $10,000, want to tap in with you, you know what I mean? Like, how would they be able to get a hold of you? I know you on Instagram, but do you have any like not personal, with business numbers or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to do something special, you know.
Yeah. I'm
going to give them a guide for free. So if they can text guide to 313-488-4388. They'll get my free guide, and it's going to show them how to get started in this business for free, you know?
Okay. And they could text that, and they could text you on mentorship as well.
Exactly. I'm putting everything in place, you know, online, so they'll be able to, you know, get into my mentorships, get into my actual community, and things like that. We'll go from there.
For sure.
Yep.